Today we are going to see the unit 5 and the topic is 4G technology. Before we get into the topic, we know there are some basic concept. We already know the first generation wireless mobile communication systems were introduced in early 80s, and also in late 1980s they were introducing the second generation, and the second generation uses the transmission of voice, and also they use the basics of analog frequency modulation with the adoption of time division multiplexing and frequency division multiplexing. Later, they were using digital communication technique with the adoption of code division multiplexers. So next, they can provide the third generation. They were proposed to provide voice and paging service to provide the interactive multimedia, including teleconferencing and also internet access and variety of other services. Then we are in the fourth generation, and the fourth generation of wireless network we totally replace the third generation networks. It provides its customers with better speed and also providing reliable multimedia services. And we can say that fourth generation system, that is 4G systems, are for projected to solve the still remaining problems in 3G systems. And the term 4G is broadly to include the several types of broadband wireless access communication systems, and we can simply describe it as magic. So M for multimedia, that is mobile multimedia, and A for anytime, anywhere, and G for global mobility support, and I for integrated wireless solution, and C for customized personal device. They are designed to provide the wide variety of new services, from high quality voice to HD voice, that is high definition voice, and to high data rate also. For high data rate wireless channels, that is it can manage high usability. So only we can call it as anytime, anywhere, and with any technology. And also it support for multimedia services at low transmission cost, and for they were using for personalization, that is customized personal service. And they also provides the integrated wireless solution. They not only support the next generation mobile services, but also it supports the fixed wireless networks, that is 2G as well as 3G. And um, and then to complete and replace the 3G system perhaps in 5 to 10 years. So the next is the 4G technology. So we have three kinds of 4G technologies are available. One is multi-carrier modulation technique, another one is smart antenna technique, and third one is OFDM. These are the various technologies used in 4G systems. So first thing, multi-carrier modulation technique. So multi-carrier modulation technique is a new approach is needed to avoid the some divisiveness in the 3G, and it is one of the promising technology to accomplish the 4G systems. So it is the derivative of frequency division multiplexing, and now it is not a new technology. It's a combined technology of frequency, that is FDM, and it forms of multi-carrier systems are used in currently used in DSL and also digital audio video broadcast. That is the DSL means digital subscriber link. They can It is a baseband process, and that uses the parallel equal bandwidth subchannels to transmit information. That is, they having the wide spectrum of channel. That channel will be divided into parallel equal bandwidth to provide transmit or to establish the communication. Normally implemented with the FFT, um, and also they're using discrete Fourier transform, that is DFT. For our advantages of MCM is the main advantages to avoid the intersymbol interference. In case with the knowledge of or in the existence of intersymbol interference means there will be some uh, occurrence of handoffs. So it will be removed or improved using the intersymbol multi-carrier modulation technique. And also disadvantages means it will overcome the intersymbol interference, but in case of overcome the intersymbol interference, we have to provide some guard band between the parallel equal bandwidth that must be added to the higher data rate. So this is one of the main drawback which is seen in the multi-carrier modulation technique. So next is the OFDM. OFDM means we already know that OFDM is the orthogonal frequency division multiplexers. It is commonly used method in providing 4G system. It overcomes the problems of FDMA and also TDMA. It avoids the problems which is available in inter-channel interference and also inter-symbol interference. It splits the available bandwidth into two narrowband channels. Here, for in the case of we having very wide bandwidth means wide bandwidth means that wide bandwidth, that is wide spectrum, will be uh, splitted into divided into broadband channel, that is into many parallel subchannels. This subchannel shape will be in square, and the receiver sends the channel and corrects the distortion on each subchannel before the transmitted data can be extracted. Here we using the concept of carriers of each channels are orthogonal to one another, allowing them to spaced very close to other. So the concept will be the carriers for each message signal or enter into each channel will be orthogonal to each other and will be spaced very close together. So there will be the no overheads in the FDMA. So there is no great need of users to be time multiplexed as in the TDMA. The next one is smart antenna technique. So the smart antenna technique will be widely used to overcome the diversity, that is to overcome the fading. For a multi-carrier modulation technique, an OFDM will be used to overcome the intersymbol interference and also inter-channel interference. But in the case of smart antenna technique, will be used to overcome the fading effects that will be overcome by diversity. And the main purpose of radio communication depends upon the antennas, which is refers to a smart and intelligent antenna. The concept behind the smart antenna technique is the spatial multiplexing. Here we using the more huge number of antennas both in transmitter side as well as in the receiver side. So there are two types of smart antennas are there. One is switched beam smart antenna, another one is adaptive array antenna. And the switched beam antenna having several fixed beam patterns which help in making decision which beam to access at any given point of time based on the requirements of the system. That is, in case in daytime means in particular area in daytime we having more number of users means the antenna will take a decision to provide the data with the corresponding users. But in the night time means they have a decision to reduce the data according to the users rate. While an adaptive array allows the antenna to steer the beam to any direction of interest. That is, here we using the directional antenna while simultaneously nulling interference in signal. And some of the types of smart antenna techniques are SISO, SIMO, MISO, and MIMO. SISO is a single input, single output. SISO is the single input, single output. SIMO is the single input, multiple output. MISO is the multiple input single output, then MIMO is the multiple input multiple output. Here input and output are the number of antennas will be used in transmitter side and also receiver side.